Hello YouTube, in this tutorial we will learn about variables. Here is how to think about them. Think about them as names for places in memory of your PC. Meaning, if you want to operate on large numbers of stuff, you want to name it so you can operate on them easily. Right, so let me simplify things. X will be variable, name for variable, and actual data will be actual data or something like that. Who cares? Now, variables, when you are naming it, there are specific rules that you need to follow. You cannot use here numbers at the first character of variable. You can't do that because you will run into error. Let me explain. Print x, and you suppose that will work. Right, so that's cool. But if you use 3x, and when you try your source code, you will get error, invalid syntax. And Python will be very nice, and it will show you the general area where you can have that error. See, this means that Python is showing you where to look. And it's in this case, simple case, Python is very accurate. Right. So also names for variables, they can be longer. Like let's say name of person will be Jon Snow. John, like and surname or last name will be Snow. So when you want to use it, if you want to combine a couple of memory variables in a function, sure, you can do that. Let's just print them, name and comma, don't forget that, and then last name. Right, so when you print it, it will work, everything is fine. But don't forget comma, because if you do, Python will not know how to think about what you're trying to say here, and it will run into problems. You need to be very clear on this, so don't forget comma. Now, back to naming stuff. The only character that can be in Python and many programming languages at the start of variable is underscore, and that will work. So that's kind of exception, you know. But you can do that, but don't use it because it can be a little bit of cryptic, right? So the better option is to use underscore to simplify things a bit, like this. Okay, you can use it inside or at the end of variable, and it works. And you can use couple of them, like how much I typed, 1, 2, 3, yeah, something like that. See, it works. Okay, so we have just simple variables and they are ordinary normal characters, but you can also put some numbers, like important number will be 5 and p will be like 3.14. Can you print it? Okay, number, comma, p, and it will work. So in a Python, it's really easy to define variables. In some older programming languages, you need to specify: is it one character? Is it uppercase? Is it lowercase? Is it lines of characters, meaning string? Is it number? What kind of number? Is it negative number or positive number? Is it decimal or float, basically? Is it negative decimal or positive one? So you don't need to think about that basically in a Python. Python will handle a lot of job in front for you. Okay, what I was thinking next. So yeah, that's about it. Very, very simple stuff. And now the reason we have variables is because it's easier to work. Just an example. If you have concrete data that you want to use a couple of times, you can do that in a very short applications. Okay? And if you want to change this stuff, it will be really tedious. So you need to go here and change, and here and here and here. So this is why we define variable at the top of our program, and then when we have change at the top of our program, that change will be easily propagated all over the place. So naturally you can have many of these functions activated. Okay, Very simple stuff to understand. Look, there is not much to say about variables here, except one thing, and that is context of numbers. Let me explain. So let's say you have variable x and actual data in it is a number 5. But what if you wanna 5 as a character, as a like a letter? Can you do that in Python? Yes, you will just type 5 inside of single or double quotes. And now check this out. Print x plus x will give you what? 10. And that's fine. So this is numerical computation. And 5 is treated as real 5, real number. But when you want to use epsilon down there, then result will be 55, which is concatenation. Okay? So in this case, in a context, when 5 is in context of number, when you don't see quotes, then you will deal with mathematical calculation, and when numbers are inside of quotes, then we are talking about context of characters, of normal like a strings, like bunch of text. So over time you will learn how to recognize what you need to use where. Don't torture yourself, don't worry, you will understand that over time. Now see this, I'm using all plus here, but the thing will also work in this simple case if I just use comma, but now we have that space. So it depends what you want to do. So plus here is like one plus, sorry, is like concatenation, like gluing things together, and using comma is like when you are counting letters, or when you need to say one thing after another. So this comma means basically I'm gonna say this thing right now again and again and again, and there will be some space in it. Okay, that's kind of important to understand. But as I said, you don't need to memorize these things. You will get that over time, subconsciously. That will be your second nature. So I'm gonna shut up and thank you for watching a subscription, and see you next tutorial.